So you're going on your lifelong trip to Tanzania for a safari. Generally, you're going to fly into Mount Kilimanjaro and you are going to spend a day or two just to get yourself climatized and also to get you on the right time zone in Arusha, Tanzania. When you step into Arusha, it's an incredible feeling. The air buzzes with promise of an adventure, and you're about to have a trip of a lifetime. But we're going to tell you some travel tips that will help you avoid the chaos when you arrive and help you decide on the best luggage for your safari. A total of 5 travel tips that you don't have to learn the hard way. Number 1 travel tip: arriving at Kilimanjaro International Airport. After a very long flight, you're ready to get off that plane. And the last thing you want to do is stand in a long lineup. So here's the important travel tip. Get your travel visa prior to arriving in Tanzania. When you get to the arrivals hall, you will see 2 lines for immigration. One says, "I need a visa," and the other says, "I have a visa." 80% of those people are going to stand in the line saying, "I need a visa." You don't want to stand in that long line. The line is slow and long. You have to pay at a window, pay the fee, and then get into another line to get a stamp from another officer. The whole ordeal could cost you up to an hour and a half. So they have the visa line that you already have one, and it was less than 10 minutes. And your vacation begins, and you're not so stressed out. Travel tip number 2, the luggage that saved our safari. Okay, this is a big one. It all comes down to your bags. On the international flight to Tanzania, you can bring a normal suitcase, no problem. But for the safari part of your trip, when you fly on those bush planes, you are almost always on a tiny plane, and I mean tiny. And these planes have very strict rules. The number 1 rule you have to abide by is a soft-sided bag. So think of a duffel bag or a backpack, anything without a rigid frame. Hard shell suitcases are a no-go. So there's no overhead bins in these little tiny planes, and the luggage area holds a very small amount, and the pilots have to literally squeeze and cram those bags in to make them fit. So on top of that, there's weight limits, usually around 15 kilograms or about 33 pounds for all your luggage combined. So here's your hack. You can buy soft-sided bags that have detachable wheels. That way, you have the convenience of rolling the bag through the big airports, and then when you're ready to get on that bush plane, you can just pop off those wheels, put it in your suitcase, and you're ready for your bush flight. It's a genius idea. Number 3, your onboard paperwork. This is a simple travel tip, but it's an important one. So while you're on your flight heading into Tanzania, the flight attendants will hand out passenger arrival forms. A lot of people just tuck them in their seat pocket and thinking, "I'll do it later." Trust me, you don't want to be one of those people. Fill out that form on the plane. You've got nothing but time. Use your tray table and your passport's right there. Fill out every single line, your name, passport number, flight information, and the address of your first hotel in Arusha. Keep that form tucked inside your passport and you're ready to go. So why does this matter so much? Well, because the second you land, you walk into the terminal and you see dozens of people hunched over their suitcases, scrambling to fill out the forms, or against a wall or against each other's backs, trying to find a pen, trying to remember their hotel's name, and it's a bottleneck of pure chaos. Having it done and ready, and you get to just bypass that whole scramble, and you can walk confidently past everyone straight to the immigration line. It's a small thing, but easily saves you 10 to 15 minutes of hassle. So when you combine this of getting your e-visa in advance, you basically became an airport ninja. Travel tip number 4, money. Well, let's talk about it. Figuring out the currency situation is always a little tricky, and Arusha is no different. So when you get there, you can pull out Tanzania shillings out of the ATM machines. And you'll need some shillings if you want to shop at the local markets, buying snacks or eating at smaller restaurants. In fact, the vendors actually prefer it. And you usually don't get much better price if you try to pay in US dollars. So taking out a few shillings at the airport isn't really a smart move. Just to know that the machines usually have a withdrawal limit of around 400,000 shillings per transaction, which is about $155. However, this is a big one. You absolutely need US dollar cash. Tipping the safari guide and the staff at the glamping venues, they would love your US dollars. Bring small bills, lots of ones, fives, and tens. We are learning so much as we go along this journey. And if you want to see more adventures and grab more travel tips to make your travels a little bit easier, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out and you won't want to miss what's coming up next. Travel tip number 5, and this is the final travel tip that can help you not get in trouble before you even clear customs. Tanzania has a very strict nationwide ban on plastic bags. Since 2019, it's been illegal to bring them in or use single-use plastic carrier bags, and they are serious about it. It's the law. There's huge signs at the airport, and they have desks where you might be required to give up any plastic bags you may have. This includes duty-free bags that you got from your last layover, or a plastic bag from the last hotel you stayed at you used to pack your shoes or dirty laundry. The one main exception for this is a small, reusable Ziploc style bag for your toiletries in your carry-on. The logic behind that is they consider that a permanent part of your travel kit, and you will leave the country with this reusable Ziploc bag. So I think it's best that you use reusable packing cubes, cloth laundry bags, or dry bags instead. Not only is it better for the environment, which is the whole point, but it guarantees that you won't have any issues. And one unique thing you'll notice when you're on safari, your packed lunches, they're in these incredible biodegradable banana leaf boxes. How cool is that? So just leave that plastic at home. So there you have it, our 5 hard-won travel hacks for Arusha. A quick recap. Get your visa online, pack in a soft-sided bag, fill out your paperwork on the plane, carry both US dollars and some Tanzania shillings, and leave all single-use plastic bags behind. Arusha is an incredible city and the gateway to the most spectacular wildlife on the planet. Doing these few things first will help you skip the stress and dive straight into your adventure. Do you have any questions about planning a trip to Tanzania? Or maybe you have some more travel tips of your own. Drop a comment below. We really do read them all and we respond to all of them. Thank you for watching. And until next time, safe travels.